My brother fought my fiance at work because of a silly reason, but my mom always finds a way to blame my husband for it and calls us names, so I gave them a decision about my wedding they never saw coming, and now they are furious, demanding that I change my decision. I'm going to try to make a long story short. My mother and I have never had the best relationship. I love her and the relationship we had was fine. It is just very superficial where we can gossip or talk about reality television, but God forbid I do not agree with her opinion or I tell her my feelings, then it becomes an argument. While living with her, I had been kicked out twice. Once for something I did not do and the second for something that could not have been fixed with a conversation. I thought now that I have a good career and have my own place that our relationship could possibly get better. This time last year I was engaged to my now husband and we had just started really planning. A few weeks before the big argument, we had just signed a contract for our venue. My mother was not happy because we had decided to see the venues by ourselves. Our plan was once we find something we can have a dinner to show the venue and introduce my mother to his mother. She wanted to go with us to every possible venue. It was also her birthday month and I had planned for her to have her hair colored, get some piercings and tooth gems. I am a tattoo artist, so my friends were the ones I booked these appointments with. I was going to pay for most of it and she would get a discount on her hair appointment. Come May 1st, my husband, a 34-year-old male, and brother, a 24-year-old male, got into an argument at their job. My husband had been working there first and my brother got the job later. My husband is a bartender and my brother is a dishwasher. The problem was my brother was asked to take out the trash multiple times but refused. My husband was the only bartender on that day and it is a small bar, so it was just him, a hostess, my brother, and one cook. My husband caught my brother trying to leave 30 minutes early in that when they got into an argument. My husband could not understand why my brother could not take out the trash. And my brother's response to him was that he never said he would take it out. My brother got in his face, then my husband pushed him out of his space. They kept arguing till my husband reached his boiling point and called him a waste of space and told him to go home. I do not agree with my husband pushing or calling my brother a waste of space. But I also understand his frustration and feel my brother should have just taken out the trash and not got in his face and argued with him. Because of this, my mother calls me while I am at my job to yell at me and tell me that if I take my husband's side that I am dead to her. Me being confused called my husband, got his side of the story and called my brother. My husband was upset, but he said he should not have said what he said. He was just so mad at the time and did not understand because this is not the first time my brother refused to do his job. When I called my brother, he told me how it is not his job to take out trash and that my husband can take it out himself. I honestly think they are both at fault to a degree. But my mother does not see it that way. She thinks the only person at fault is my husband. She kept yelling at me on the phone how she wanted him fired because she felt like he put hands on her son. When I told her that it started with my brother not taking out the trash, she yelled at me also that my husband can take out his own trash. When I would not be on the phone with her, she just kept texting me how she refuses to be in the same room as my husband. And how I'm dead to her for taking his side and that I need to control my man. She told me how he does not know what family is because he was raised by a single mother. We have not spoken in almost a year now and it does hurt me, but especially after hearing from my uncle that she telling people that she does not want me in her life because I do not treat her well. I just do not feel like it is possible for us to have a relationship. I know the things she said to me she will never apologize for. I ended up canceling my venue because she was refusing to be at my wedding and told me how I am dead to her and how I have no family. I tried to get her to at least go to the appointment I had made for her birthday month, but she refused and I had to cancel everything. She is also refusing to let me see my young sister. The manager at my husband's job did get involved and told my brother that he needs to take out the trash because my husband is dealing with customers as the bartender and customers come first. Both my brother and mother do not like this. My husband tried apologizing to keep the peace, but they refused to accept it. They want to say it is a fake apology and that he needs to take all the responsibility for it to be a real apology. Am I wrong for feeling like this can never be fixed? Edit. Thank you to all of your responses. As stupid as this is, I needed to hear a lot of it. I'm sorry it was not as short as I had liked it to be. I did do my best to keep it at the one story instead of telling 5. I had canceled my venue and decided to get married at a courthouse a month after all this. I just did not want to go through the stress of planning after being hurt so deeply. And we did go to Jamaica for a week and had an amazing time on honeymoon. I do my best not to think about all of this, but whenever I see my grandmother, she basically tells me it is her dying wish for me to get along with my mother. Plus, she is my mother and I felt like it is somehow my fault that we do not get along. After reading all of your comments, I do feel a lot better about standing by my decision for no contact. She did text me on my birthday to say happy birthday and I ignored it. She texted me again on Christmas and I told her how she said I am dead to her and the only person I want to talk to is my sister. I did not appreciate the random happy birthday text without an apology, but I know she feels like she does not have to. I cannot even try to have a relationship with her until she sees how she hurt me. That is what I have told all my family members and only 2 understand me. I also feel my husband deserves an apology as well for putting him through so much, not only personally but at his job. Thank you again, you all have really made me feel better about my decision for no contact.